We are just getting pounded by rain and wind. I will also tell you, deputies have confirmed that 2 tornadoes have hit near us. One of those very close to us here in Steinhatchee. You can see, we're getting hit really, really hard right now. People have been taking their boats out of the water. People have been storing their cars. These are the people that decided to stay here in Steinhatchee.
There was a mandatory evacuation order this morning. Still, a lot of people stayed here. The sheriff's office and fire rescue had to come out and rescue people because water is getting into a lot of homes here. Talked to one couple who had to escape with their 2 dogs on kayaks. They said they put the dogs on their mattresses. Their mattresses were floating in the house. Their refrigerator was floating.
It's really bad here. We still have a lot of wind, not too much rain. It's kind of hit or miss, but a lot of problems. I was up all throughout the night because we had to evacuate. The storm surge was so high, probably 8 to 9 feet in certain places. We had to go to higher ground. The sheriff's office, their deputies came and told us that we needed to move from down on the riverfront. They took us to higher ground up at the school. That was a safety shelter for us. It hit really, really hard. We saw palm trees snap. We saw buildings, the roofs ripped off of them. We saw people lose their homes because the water went so high. We talked to a couple that had to get out. They put their dogs on mattresses and then they got kayaks and they kayaked to safety until somebody could find them. This is in the middle of the night. It's pitch black. There's no power. Somebody had to find them, put them in the back of their pickup truck and then drive them to the emergency shelter. That's where the EMTs were. There's no hospital here. There's no way to get in or out when these roads are flooded, and that was the case overnight. So we were really stuck here in Steinhatchee. It was essentially an island. Look behind me. You can see this building underwater. I saw the door, water all the way inside. The backyard, there's just debris, just stuff broken all over. Everywhere you look. This boat right here, it actually floated and moved to the center of this intersection. There used to be a stop sign here. This whole boat attached to the trailer floated up and moved. I'll tell you this because I saw it about 4 o'clock this morning, and even the deputies, they couldn't believe it. That just shows the power of this hurricane, Hurricane Hermine. Let me show you. That's a stop sign. Just pushed down. You go all up and down here. There's kayaks, there's canoes, they're strewn all over. It's early in the morning. A lot of people did not sleep because of this storm, but they are already out assessing the damage, doing what they can to mitigate, to clean up. A lot of the roads still closed here, a lot of issues, and we are still getting rain. Another thing we have to worry about is high tide. High tide's going to be coming about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That means the water is going to come back up, and the water is already over the bulkheads there. A lot of docks destroyed. There's a couple boats floating loose in the river. So really a big mess for people. As far as injuries, I heard that one firefighter was injured doing some sort of storm response overnight. Other than that, not totally sure. The deputies are still going out, assessing the situation and making sure that everyone is okay. They did have to rescue probably about 6 or 7 people and that many dogs and cats overnight. This is one of probably about a dozen boats that we have seen in the road, in people's yards, all over the place. And that's not a small boat, Kent and Melanie. That is a 30-foot boat. Now walk with me, okay? This is a 30-foot boat with a cabin that the storm surge of 8 to 9 feet brought onto this main road here in Steinhatchee. There is a center console boat, probably about 28 feet. And look at this one. This one is even bigger. That Grady White, 33 feet in length. Huge. A huge boat. I mean, can you believe it? This is what else you got to take. Our hotel, it was supposed to be right there. That cottage right there. That's where we booked our room last night. We were doing live shots here up until 10:30. And that's when a deputy with the Taylor County Sheriff's Office came up and said, you guys got to go. And let me show you out here. Let me show you the Jacksonville Beach Pier. Now, obviously, It's just the pier, it's just property, but it shows the extent of the damage. Look at that. The pier is being ripped away as we speak. The pier being ripped away as we speak. The end of it is gone. A lot of the structures are gone. These waves are just huge. The storm surge is 5 times what I've ever seen here. And it's a sobering sight. It's a sobering sight for people that are here, for people that are hunkered down, that are in their homes, maybe in their businesses, or people that own homes or have family or friends here, because it's really bad. And if you go to the south, if you go to the north of us, there's flooding all over, flooding absolutely in people's homes. It's pitch black without our headlights, and none of these traffic lights work. None of them at all. Look at this. It's a ghost town. It's really eerie. It is a reassuring sight. We drove around Mayport, through Atlantic Beach, through Neptune Beach, and then finally Jacksonville Beach this morning as the sun came up. And that's really the sight to see right now. The sun rising over a very damaged and battered Jacksonville Beach pier. But it is a sign that everything is going to be okay. I think a lot of people are breathing a collective sigh of relief this morning. This pier was nearly a quarter mile long. It's giant. It's a big concrete structure. As you said, it was opened in 2004 after the old one in 1999 was ripped down by Hurricane Floyd, which was nothing compared to Hurricane Matthew. And I was talking with a lifeguard out here that was coming to see the damage, and he told me he thinks probably a good estimate is a third of the pier is gone, because you see those little pavilions, those are where the fishermen and the sightseers could hide under. There used to be 3 of those. And then you had maybe 100, 150 feet further out, and then it teed out. So it had a big end. So a lot of people could go out there and fish and take pictures and just sightsee and take in what is a gorgeous and beautiful area. All of that is gone now. So the concrete pilings were ripped away. And yesterday, I was watching this. Let's show you where I was watching it from, because I kept talking for hours on end about that parking garage. That's where we were, on the 4th floor of the parking garage, and then we went up to the 9th floor of that condo complex, the penthouse there, to watch the storm destroy the Jacksonville Beach Pier. We saw it before our eyes. It was raining, it was windy, the waves were over 15 feet. The storm surge was significant coming up to the road here, damaging a lot of these dunes, washing away a lot of the beach. And, you know, we just really saw the wrath of Hurricane Matthew firsthand. And this is something that shows a little bit of a sense of normalcy. We can see a very familiar and friendly sight here in the beaches where people love to ride their beach cruisers. And you got a whole crew of what looks to be friends just coming out, enjoying the weather, happy to be alive, and happy that it wasn't any worse. There's one ocean. We're going to turn around, do the roundabout, and then I think I'll try to take you guys into Neptune Beach, unless you have any questions. You know, I've been getting a lot of questions. Hi, how are you?
Thank you for everything.
How you guys hold up? How'd you hold up?
Hey, thank you for being out here. Thank you for being out here and doing your live reports, even from the parking garage. Thank you.
You watched. Thank you very much. Did you guys do okay?
Yes, we did fine. We were on the other side of the intercoastal, so we were great.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. So yeah, a lot of happy people, a lot of relieved people here, and you know, just a big collective sigh of relief.